Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week 4 match between the Gigaton Toolbelt and the Minnesota Mamoswine. And as you can see, this is a replay. I wasn't able to make the actual match, but this one's going to be a little interesting because once again, Carson, the coach of the Gigaton Toolbelt, has gotten his opponent to agree to a bench warmer match. So the lowest point total on each side has shown up. So we see a lot of newcomers like Masquerade, Magneton, Golem, Duosion, like maybe Crawdaunt, Poliwrath. I kind of forget their usage rates, but yeah, let's get started. Let's see what they're doing. All right, so Carson is going, or the Gigaton Toolbolts are going to lead with Tinkaton, of course, and Alchemy as Murkrow and Poliwrath hit the field. Ting's going to have an air balloon, going to help it against any ground moves. Going to fake out Poliwrath, so he's not going to be able to do anything this turn. As Rain Dance comes up to help support it. Of course, he flinches. And Decorate goes into Tinkaton, going to start setting it up against these Pokemon. So Poliwrath is going to swap into Crawdaunt, who's also going to take advantage of the rain, as Vaporeon comes out with Water Absorb. And Tailwind hits the field. And Tinkaton is going to call that, and he's going to Encore Murkrow into Tailwind, so he's not going to be able to do much, as Poliwrath swaps back in to take advantage of the Tailwind in the rain. Knockoff going into Vaporeon, doing a lot of damage and getting rid of those leftovers. As Ice Hammer hits, Poliwrath not going to do a ton. Let's see, there's a Water type and Icy Wind, also not doing a ton to both, but going to drop the speed, which could matter. These are two pretty slow Pokemon, even with Tailwind. Magneton coming in. Magneton coming back in to deal with the water types, does get hit by an Aqua Jet and Earthquake. From the Poliwrath, it's going to KO Magneton here, being 4 times weak to it. Tinkaton going to come back out, applying that fake out pressure again with the last turn of Tailwind. Yep, so we'll fake out Crawdaunt, make sure it's not going to be able to do anything. And Poliwrath will go for Earthquake again, going to KO both Crawdaunt and Vaporeon here. Tailwind does go out, but Murkrow is still in the back, so yep, it is going to come out probably to set up just another Tailwind. And Alchemy, of course, being the last Pokemon here. Tinkaton tearing to ground as Rain Dance comes right back out again. Ice Hammer going into Murkrow, doing about half of its HP. And another Earthquake. Of course, with the Air Balloon, Tinkaton is immune. Alchemy taking about 30%. As it goes for Encore into Poliwrath. Yeah, going to keep it Earthquaking into that Air Balloon slot. Zebstrika coming out. Not going to be too good in that ground type now as Tailwind from Murkrow. Gigaton Hammer going to go into it, taking it out. And Dazzling Gleam doing decent damage to Zebstrika. But of course, Poliwrath's going to be the last to come in here. I believe the Terra is still up on the Mamoswine side. Overheat in the rain, not going to do a ton of damage. As Alchemy will eat its berry, get back up. And Liquidation going to take the one-hit KO on Tinkaton before it can move with that Tailwind being up. And Dazzling Gleam just barely not taking the KO. That's not going to be very good here. Alchemy goes for Protect, trying to stall out the Tailwind and the Rain. So another Overheat comes out. That could be Spec Zebstrika. And Liquidation going in. Liquidation, I feel like, might just kill Alchemy. It's not super physically bulky. Tries to go for the double assault Tailwind. I respect it. Overheat missing. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Liquidation comes out and, yep, does pick up the KO on Alchemy. I think I said one-hit KO before. It's not a one-hit KO. It's at like 74. Yeah, so that'll take us to Game 2 here. Alright, so we are at Game 2 here now. We'll see how they adapt, or how the Gigaton Toolbelts adapt to the Minnesota Mamoswine's strategy. So we see a Golem Alchemy lead into Duosion Pyroar, so 3 new Pokemon as Pyroar immediately terras to Grass, goes for a Terra Blast. I'm gonna live on Sturdy, but that's gonna do a lot now. Decorate going into Golem, who will go for Rock Slide, gonna take a double KO on the first turn before Duosion can do anything. And Poliwrath will once again hit the field here with Murkrow, so another Rain Dance Tailwind probably coming up. Tailwind goes up first. As Earthquake comes out, Murkrow being immune to it. Gonna pick up the KO on Golem, though. And Alchemy will hit a Dazzling Gleam for super effective damage on both Pokemon. The Terra's gone, so it's gonna stay. Tinkaton coming out with Fake Out Pressure now. as Brave Bird goes into it to take out the air balloon. And then here's another Earthquake coming. Is Gigaton going to live this? It does not. Yeah, it's super effective Earthquake. Going to take it out. The Citrus Berry Alchemy will go as it encores Murkrow into, what was the last move it used? Brave Bird. It's not a terrible move, especially if you're going to tear it to grass there. Unfortunately, does go into the Alchemy slot, that Brave Bird. Earthquake coming out. Vaporeon now resisting. I'm not going to do a ton of damage as it goes for Icy Wind. Just barely not picking up the KO on Murkrow, though, and that's the one you need because another Brave Bird is coming out. So, see, does he have a Protect on this? No Protect coming out. Brave Bird doing a ton of damage. Murkrow is going to die, and yeah, an Earthquake will just pick it up, giving the game to the Minnesota Mamoswine. And that's the set, 2-0.